Hi folks, I'm Cherie Martin. Welcome to Heart of the Home at Harris Acres. Now, the kitchen really is the heart of the home, and I love my kitchen. I love cooking, but lately I've been just visiting with folks, and that's one of my favorite things. You know, it's great to have good friends and be able to sit and enjoy their company. Today, I have two great friends, and you're going to enjoy their company. I smell something great coming from the kitchen, but that's because I've got Mama Lucy and Angela cooking. So they're going to cook, and then we're going to celebrate. Today we're going to celebrate my guest, Ms. Regina Camp, who's nominated for the Citizen of the Community in Pickens County, and my choice, absolutely, and John Ferguson, who should be the Citizen of Gwinnett County. Now, I have two great guests who both excel in making people feel good. You have such a positive attitude every day of your life. You help people. You raise money. That's one of your big things. You're kind of like a powerhouse. You call and we get to work. You're the boss, aren't you?
Yes, probably so.
Yes. So Miss Regina Camp has done. Tell me the things you're active in.
Right now, I guess my number one passion is the CARES organization here, which is the local food pantry. Mm-hmm. We just finished up our Taste of Pickens.
And great success?
Wonderful success, just over and above what we even thought we would do.
And basically that is a food pantry for people in Pickens County?
It is. You either live or work in Pickens County, and we offer food supplies and also some financial assistance for those. And it's not done without screening and trying to help the folks get back on their feet. But we do serve on the average of 157 families a week. Last week we had 193 families, and it will probably see it pick up, from now until
winter,
the holidays.
Yeah.
It gets tough. The trades right now, building trades are taking a beating, and so there's a lot of folks out of work, and they still have to eat.
Do you know, I have a friend who's been a bulldozer driver for 20 years, and he's out of work now. That is a profession that there's always work. So it is a tough time, and that means you've had to step up to the plate more, haven't you?
We have had to step up to the plate, and we're fortunate in that we're able to purchase foods from the food bank in Atlanta, and we can buy it by the pound there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's been a help. But of course, their food's getting lean down there too, because they're facing the same things we're facing.
These are, I'm old, I'm 57, but these are tough times, and I don't remember things like this. I don't remember people being out of work as much as they are, and it's very tough. It's very tough, and it takes a special organization like you doing the things you do. Now, tell me some other things you're involved in.
Well, besides the CARES organization, I work with the Lions Club here. I'm looking forward to getting to help with Phyllis Stocking this time. This is my first year in Lions Club, and I have a heart for kids. I have 8 grandchildren, and
you have 2 new grandchildren from Russia.
I do. Yes. And this will be their first Thanksgiving and their first Christmas in America. And one of them had the honor of being sworn in as a United States citizen back about 6 weeks ago, and as she told me, she is now an American and no more Russia, and she's thrilled to be here.
And her name is Elizabeth, which is one of my favorite names, and she chose that, didn't she?
She chose that name. Her Russian name was Kasusha, and she chose Elizabeth for her American name.
And I'll tell you, the kid got a great granny when she got you.
Oh yes, she's very partial to her grandmother. In Russia, the grandparents are revered, and so she and I took an instant liking to each other.
Good.
She called me for a long time Babushka, which is grandmother in Russian, but now it's Mima, the same as the rest of them.
And she's 15?
She'll be 15 next month, on the 19th of November.
So basically, what happened when your son and his wife chose to save her, they literally saved her, didn't they?
They did. Their intent was to adopt her little brother, who is 9, and when they found out that he had a biological sister, their hearts were such that they did not want to separate them. So they ended up taking, getting both, and it wasn't, we'll just take her because we have to. No, they did it because they have a love, and as my son says, this was a calling for them to do this.
And your son is a total reflection of you. Your son is precious. He is precious, and he is kind of like one of these people that he just glows too, you know, and you know that he does things that are right. Now he works for the mission board, doesn't he?
North American Mission Board, which
Right.
used to be the old Home Mission Board over in Alpharetta, and he's very active in their church and
he
works
learned that
a lot
from
of
you.
kids.
Yeah.
You got to give back. You know,
Absolutely.
you're not blessed without you give back.
That's right. That's
You
right.
gotta
And that's a lot of, you know, that makes your life good. That makes your life good.
Without that, my life would be
That's right.
very
That's right.
limited.
And you do positive things every day, you know, and sometimes I fuss at you and I ask you, do you not know the word no? And you kind of give me that look, and I have learned you don't know the word no.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay.
That's all
okay.
right. Yeah.
Because you continue to do for other people.
Well, Cherie, you know my history. I mean, you know, 3 years ago, I went through a life-changing event
Absolutely.
with gastric bypass surgery, and I made a promise at that time. If I could go ahead and live my life, I wanted to live it to the fullest, and it would be to live it not just for me, but for other people, to give them an opportunity to share in what I had been given.
Right. You know, when my daughter went through gastric bypass, and then you came and talked to her, and y'all kind of bonded.
We did.
And I was terrified because I knew that you had made that decision because Angela had done so well with it. And I felt so, you know, God, please take care of her, because I knew that you made the decision because Angela did well. Some people don't, but you did great. You did great.
And one thing too, I think with Angela was so positive about it. But the fact was, I was a generation older than Angela too, and there were certain challenges there. But as I told them, I had to do something, and I always think of that song, "I'm a winner either way."
Right.
You know, it didn't matter at that point. I won either way. I had to try it. I had to do something, because otherwise I wasn't going to be around.
Right.
And if I came through and everything worked out, then it was just all the better. That was icing on the cake.
And you operate on so much energy. You're just all the time. You know, you go, you'll call, let's go do this, let's do this, and I'm like, does she ever run down?
But that energy level doesn't kick in until about 10 o'clock in the morning, as you know.
That's right.
I'm
You're
not
like
worth
me.
much until then.
I don't do mornings.
No.
And I was married to this wonderful man who thought if you slept past 5:30 in the morning, you ruined the day. And I'm like, get over it, Bubba. I wanted to sleep till about 10 after 7. That's to me my ideal time.
Right.
At 10 after 7, wake up. And I know you like to sleep in the morning.
My good friend Judge Harry Dawson, I have this saying that we just don't like having to do things at dark 30 in the morning. You know, that's just not our style.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Now,
if we could just wait a little while, you know, hey, we can be the best folks around, but don't come at us too early.
Yeah. Now, there are things, you work with the Chamber of Commerce. You've
I
always
do.
worked on the Marble Festival.
Past president of the chamber, and love every minute of it. You know, those are good people.
And the Chamber has grown so much, and through you, your guidance kind of brought us to levels we'd never reached.
Well, we've been blessed. I was at a chamber meeting this past week, and they have just signed on their 600th member.
Wow.
Which is awesome for a county this size.
Wow.
And it takes everybody. You
That's
know,
right.
I helped this time with Marble Festival, helped them with the gates, and as you know, we've done that for many years. We had 98 volunteers just on the gates. You know, people that were willing to come and do. But you gotta you know, give them the incentive. They know that I'm not asking them to do something I wouldn't do myself.
And we're growing here so fast. And when we come back, guys, we're going to talk to John, because you live in a county that's grown too fast. And we're going to talk about the idea that Pickens County, we want to slow it down. We like our slow pace of life. So, y'all, hang around, come back. Remember my saying, a day in the country is worth a month in town. We'll be right back. Hi, folks. I'm Cherie Martin. Welcome back to Heart of the Home. My guests, Regina Camp and John Ferguson, are here. And I rounded up two of the most positive people I know for today. You're positive every single day of your life, which is amazing to me. And you're positive every day. And something you do once a year, the Women's Seminar through Piedmont Mountainside Hospital. Our guest was who last year? Barbara Dooley.
Barbara Dooley.
A cancer survivor.
Exactly.
John's wife is a cancer survivor. So together, you know how important it is to share and to pass those progress stories to people. Barbara Dooley's here. She's looking great. Your wife's here. She's looking great. Such positive things. And, you know, this year you had some great speakers.
We did. We were blessed with good speakers and people who were very positive.
Absolutely.
You know, in their approach to how you deal with this. I think mentally it's as important. I know that you've got to go through all the physical aspects, but keeping your mindset in a positive way for this is very meaningful to the patient and for the family members to remain positive and to, you know, encourage the patient. We try to get the word out and to emphasize the need for mammograms and early detection. We've just come off of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month at the hospital and have done everything we could to try and encourage the people to do their mammograms and to do their self-checks. That's important too.
And you know, your wife was very young when she was diagnosed, wasn't she?
Yes, ma'am.
You lost your mom to cancer?
Yes, ma'am.
I lost my husband to cancer. But it's one of those things, it was in God's plan.
That's right.
And you deal with it. And you handle it however you have to handle it. And having positive people, is it what's Dr. Frangipani?
Dr. Frangipani.
Oh my gosh, what an awesome speaker.
Yes.
You know, Robert Dooley was awesome, but he stepped up and I thought, wow, what a positive thing. And you just love that. And you love coming away because, yeah, there are bumps in the road, but you go right along and stay positive. And you haven't met John's wife, but she beams this positive glow. Just awesome. And it's one of those things that you do. And everybody who meets and greets and talks to you knows that they're going to come away and they're going to feel good because you do something positive every day. And some of the things you helped write, remember when we did the proclamation for your cousin Mike Holcomb?
Yes.
I read it and cried like a baby. And you wrote that. You should be an author. You should write books. and you were talking from the heart, you know.
Well, it has to come from the heart.
Absolutely.
Or it's not real.
That's
right.
right.
If you can't feel it, it's hard to get it on paper.
Yeah. When you wrote that, I sat down and I was reading it and I thought, man, this is so wonderful. And you had been there all his life, so you knew the good and the bad, you know. Not much bad.
There's no bad. From the day he was born, as a matter of fact, his dad walked me to school the morning he was born to tell his uncle that he had been born. And so I was there from the get-go. But Mike's a special person.
He is
in my life and in the life of a lot of people.
That's right.
In this community.
That's right. Well, John's dad is a preacher too, and we talked about that earlier. You know, that message has to come from the heart. And it can't be turn it on, turn it off. You can't do that. It's got to come from the heart. And Mike is one of those people. You're one of those people. And when you get to see John sing, I brought him here. He's going to sing to you. Oh. And you are going to be so blessed because I don't know what kind of award you'll get for being Citizen of the Year, but I know that you will get a blessing from this song. He is one of the people that he stands in front of the church and that little bald head, and all of a sudden he's sweating like crazy, and you're just thinking he is putting everything he's got into this. And you do that. You put everything you have into everything you do, whether it's the dinner or discussion and dessert with the doctors, you know, which is not a big effort, but you have to coordinate the doctors. You have the crew at the cafeteria do your food for you, don't you? You send out the letters. You make sure everybody's happy. You get the flowers on the table. You know, every month you're trying to do something a little bit better for somebody else.
But we try. That's our mission there, is to do the best we can do to provide a quality level of care for the people in the community, whether it's through dinner and discussion, whether it's through an open house just recently for our ICU and our new clinical decisions unit. There's all sorts of things. Something goes on at the hospital 2 or 3 times a week that we involve the not only the staff in, but the patients and their family members. And it's family there. We want people to feel like when they come in there, they've come into our home and they're a part of our family.
And one of the things, and this is going to be hard, but we're going to do it. One of the things that you did was to build a little area for children in memory of your daddy.
Yes, we did.
And that was awesome.
My dad loved children. My dad loved my grandchildren, and he was an advocate. If there's ever been an advocate for small children, that was my dad. He just loved them and was always so good with the grandchildren. And something that was needed there in the emergency room. It's hard to ask a child to sit and wait, you know, when mama's sick or daddy's sick and they don't have anywhere to go but to come with mom and dad to the hospital. So we have an underwater scene in this little corner of the emergency room that actually is designed for them with child-sized furniture. They have a DVD player in there and the screen and a little rug that they can play on. It has truly taken some of the stress away from the parents there in dealing with the time that they have to sit and wait.
And it brings memories of a wonderful man.
It does. Well, he was in the Navy, you know, and he always loved the water and the sea. So this was our way, my mom and I, our way of honoring him. I think he would be really proud to know that, you know, the kids are blessed.
He knows. You know he knows.
Well,
you know he knows.
I'm sure he does.
He knows.
I think he knows a lot of things that have happened in the last year. It's amazing to me, some of the things. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you are a lot like your daddy, and your daddy was a kind, positive man.
Yes, he was.
And I'm so glad because you know, Chris is just like you. Leanne's like you. It's amazing that you pass on those good qualities. Now, John's dad's a great preacher. John's a great singer. And you pass on those great qualities. I can turn the radio on, and that's about all I can do. And I can cook.
Well, we need more singers. You know, I'm not a singer. So,
well, I taught my daughter Angela to cook, and Angela and Lucy are in the kitchen now, and they're preparing a little snack for us, which happens to be one of our favorite recipes, the chicken bites. And when we come back, we're going to talk to John. We're going to let John sing a song for us, and then we're going to enjoy some of these chicken bites, and we're going to share that recipe with y'all. So hang around. We'll be right back. Hi, folks. We're back. Today, we're just celebrating and we're honoring two people who spend their lives helping other people, Miss Regina Kemp and John Ferguson. Now, John is going to help me by singing us out of here today with a wonderful song. And what have you chosen to sing?
The Old Rugged Cross Made the Difference.
Did the Old Rugged Cross make a difference in our lives?
Yes,
absolutely. Absolutely. It is such an awesome song, and it's one of the many songs you do that I like. But now you sing from the heart, natural, God-given talent. Your sister plays the piano.
Yes, ma'am.
And your brother, does he sing?
He sings. My sister sings too, but he also likes to play the mandolin.
Oh,
And,
wow. Now, see, my son has a mandolin, and he's been trying to play it a little bit. So that's awesome. And it's so funny how different families have talent. And then families like me don't have any talent, but I can cook. So, and you came along in your new life after you had your gastric bypass surgery, and you have done nothing but positive things.
and I had a new grandchild a month after I had my surgery who has really, I guess.
Mackenzie.
Yes, Mackenzie.
Precious. Oh, my goodness.
She has
something
been
else.
a ray of sunshine in my life.
Yeah, she has been. Now today, as we end the show, we're going to have your mom and a couple other friends come by and congratulate you because the votes aren't in yet. But in our mind, you're a winner either way, and you are our Citizen of the Year. And if the votes don't say so, who cares? We'll know in 2 days. But in our mind, you will always be a winner every day. And it's just the positive things you do for other people every day.
Cherie, let me say this. We have 5 Citizens of the Year.
Is there?
All the 5 that are nominated, all 5.
Deserve it.
Yeah. They're all good people.
Yeah.
They
But
give
in
an
our
awful
mind-
lot.
In our mind, you are so special. Now, we're going to be joined by Regina's mom and Judge Harry Doss, and we're going to let you sing us out of here. So come on in, guys.
'Twas a life filled with aimless desperation, without hope walked the shell of this man. But then a hand with a nail print stretched downward, just one touch, then a new life began, and the old rugged cross made the difference in a life bound for heartache and defeat. I will praise him forever and ever, for the cross made the difference for me. Barren walls filled with harshness and anger, little feet ran in terror to hide. But now those walls echo love, warmth, and happiness, since the giver of life moved inside. And there's a room filled with sad, ashen faces. Without hope, death has wrapped them in his gloom. But at the side of a saint there's rejoicing, for life it can't be sealed in a tomb, and the old rugged cross made the difference in a life bound for heartache and defeat. I will praise him forever and ever, for the cross made the difference for me. Yes, the cross made the difference for me. It was a life filled with aimless desperation, without hope, walked the shell of this man. But then a hand with a nail print stretched downward, just one touch, then a new life began.